Hello, 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 my darlings. How are you? Well, I don't have any get-ups going on today. Not any, really. Not just, anyway. We're 65 and older, and my daughter's here. So this is going to be a short version today. But what I wanted to talk about was I had a great weekend. What about your weekend? And I sent you on assignment. I asked you to put on something nice, to go to lunch, go to dinner, do something fancy. Did you do that? Well, I did it for you. Yes, I did. Besides the fact that I spoke at Morehouse College, thank you, Dr. Monique Earl Lewis and Dr. Clarissa Myrick Harris for inviting me over to speak to students, myself and Charles Black, as we talked about the Atlanta student movement with about 30 Black male STEM participants. Awesome. Okay, 65 and older. You math majors, you smart people, you need to go and sign up, start your own group, get you some young people, get some people from somewhere in your church or whatever, and take that 65-year-old, all this knowledge you have up here and share it with those kids. They were so engaging. They were so happy. They were just glad to speak to us. They wanted to know more, know more, know more. See, we make an assumption that there's somebody at home. You make an assumption that there's somebody at home to talk about these things. Don't make that assumption. This is another generation of people who may not know, may not have the story, may not been exposed to stories. You have all that information. Start a small group while you're saving money to go out to eat, while you're saving money to, look better at 65. Then I need you to save money and energy and go and share that information with some students somewhere. Form your own student group in your church, your synagogue, your mosque. I'm sure they do that. Maybe in synagogues and mosques do that. But churches, just do more. If you don't get with two students, find out how to get them in the STEM program. Start your own STEM program. I don't know if that's something you can do. I don't know, but I'm just saying. It all comes to the super aging as opposed to default aging. And that's what this 65 and older and my life, my life is all about. It's 65 older and Georgian. So I want you to go to super aging and look at this. Look at this. And we're going to go from super aging. We're going to go to super aging and not default aging. Default aging is when you get 65 and say, well, okay. I don't have anything to do. No. You have a lot to do. You have an enormous amount of things to do. So thank you, Wayne McMillan, for making my weekend super. I went to the Gala in the garden. Gala in the garden at Friendship Baptist Church. They fine over there. We fine in Big Bethel too, though. But they fine, F-I-N-E, over here. And this young lady transformed their fellowship hall into a wonderful garden. Oh my God, I was so excited about being there that I took the napkin. Did y'all count the napkins? Because if you're looking for a napkin, Georgianne Thomas has your napkin. And I'll give it back to Wayne, or I'll drop it by, since it's near Clark, Atlanta. But I have your napkin. Anyway, now listen. This is something, and most people there were 65 and older. Yes, they were. So I'm saying to you, 65 and older, there are events for us. Now, they were dressed to the nine. I wasn't, all my get-ups. I didn't have on a get-up. I wasn't sure where I was going. I had been somewhere all day and I wasn't feeling well. So I had a pretty blouse, nice glitter belt, or St. John slacks. But it wasn't, the Georgianne that I could be. And anyway, I enjoyed it. So what am I saying? Because I'm going to have to go where this is going to be a short version today. I want you to think about who you are. I want you to think more about who you are. I want you to give more time to where you've been and how to share that 65 and older. How are you sharing what God has given you? How are you sharing these years that God has given you with other people? You're still here, so it must be something for you to do. Now, Evelyn, I want you to stick your head in my show so they can see my beautiful daughter. Yes. She said she's not going to do it. Well, anyway, you can find Reverend Evelyn Sanders Swafford. She's everywhere. I'm so in love with my daughter. She's just a wonderful, wonderful young lady, you know? And so, but anyway, no shame. Listen, I need for you all to do more. I don't want you to be depressed. I don't want it's this whole depression thing. I don't have anything to do. I don't have anywhere to go. I got all this time now. Listen, God gave you this time for a reason. And that this is your season to share what's going on up here, to share all the good places you can go. Why don't you do a gala in the garden, in your garden? Well, first, let's do a garden. That would be something to do. And then maybe if you got a yard, a big house, and you're in there by yourself, have a few people over. And then have a few people over and you dress up for the occasion. You know, back in the day when we were segregated, down here in Atlanta especially, people made their homes and built homes. Mr. Robinson Construction Company, and Mr. Russell, they built houses with big basements and things so they could have events and they dressed up. We don't have to do that now, but you can do it now still in a different level. You can dress up for yourself. Have a formal daytime party. Oh my God, you know how many people would be so happy to get some of those clothes out? I'm just trying to get you involved. 65 and older, I need you. I need you. We need you. We need you. Super aging needs you. Default aging doesn't need you. All right. Well, this is a short version today because my daughter's here and we have to go here, there, and yon while I have her. You know, is this going to be good enough to go out? So I tried to calm it down. No get up today because I got to go out with my daughter. All right. I love you. I love you. And you know what I always say. You can't do anything about this, love. All right. I'll see you next time. It'll be longer next time. I just got to go with my daughter today. Love you, love you, love you.